and which is a several thousand years old civilizational evolution. Unfortunately, the centuries of colonization, occupation, and even post-British, the line on which we moved, it kept that bhava completely suppressed. And we all started looking in terms of this Bharat, in terms of Indian Union. A different states. A sense of togetherness, kudumbam, the family that it was. After all, we know that nowadays the people say that we came from such and such place and people were hospitable here. People of Bharat have been hospitable everywhere. Any part of Bharat you go, people have been hospitable all through civilization. And that is how we find people of one part of Bharat present in almost every part of Bharat. This is in our DNA. This is in our world view. This is in our view about ourselves, our family, our society and the world. That we are all members of a family. This is in nutshell what is called Sanatana Adhyatma. We are all one. When we say Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, Bharat has been a Kutumbam. When Mahakavi Bharati, when he talks about Bharat Mata, Seppu Modi, Padnetrudiyar, and Chintanai, Ondarudiyar. We speak multiple languages, but the heartbeat is one. This heartbeat, this oneness, has been drowned by the noise of politics. We are all different, divided, and subdivided. The idea of this, or such an event is that since it is a kutumbam, Bharat is a family, a parivar, and if one member or one set of members they have a celebration, the whole family should celebrate, is not only that those people alone. The celebration rightfully belongs to the entire family, and the whole family must celebrate. You know, it is worth repeating again and again that how people from one part to the other, one part of Bharat to the other part of Bharat, they have been moving without any restrictions, without any boundary. We know how when Adi Sankaracharya from here, he moved all over, he was welcomed everywhere. After him, Sureswaracharya, who was successor, who came from Kashmir to Kanchi, as the second Sankaracharya. Imagine. When the Pallava prince went to Nalanda in the 5th century to study and became Bodhidharma, he was welcomed all through. People came from all over Bharat, Akhanda Bharat. Vasubandhu brothers from what is called Peshawar today, earlier it was Gandhar. They came and studied and taught in Nalanda, the great university of Nalanda. People from one part of Bharat have been moving to other part of Bharat, have been welcomed. They have not only as a traveler, but even people have gone and settled there. You have a large number of people from central India in Assam. Every part, not only Assam, Odisha, everywhere, even here in Tamilnadu. We have people from every part to every part of this country. Even when the British came and then they started colonizing, in about 1767, more than 250 years ago, when they created a department for the survey of India, the motto was, Ase to Himachalam. Himachalam was not Himachal Pradesh, there was no Himachal Pradesh at that point of time, it was Himalaya. Ase to Himachalam. They also knew the oneness of this Bharat. It is a different thing that we have forgotten, and we start looking at ourselves, each one as a separate and a different entity. This is unfortunate. We have to understand and take pride in our very, very rich heritage of being a family. Goa, of course, I think it doesn't need introduction. I think many of you present here, I'm sure, must have visited there. What a beautiful place. Hospitable people, lovely beaches, and what not. And look at Sikkim. I don't know how many of you have gone and visited Sikkim. It's a heaven on earth. I had the good fortune to be associated with Sikkim for over 35 years, and the beauty of it, the human, the natural, the beautiful Kanchenjunga which you see from different places, because Kanchenjunga, of course, is pretty, you know how high it is. Majestic. Majestic Tista, the river that flows through the northern, almost nearly northern boundary of, which is the boundary with Tibet of Sikkim. It flows and comes down through Bengal and meets the Bay of Bengal. Majestic river, beautiful. When you drive from Bagdogra airport and go to Gangtok, it's nearly 3.5 hours of drive is simply fabulous. But not only Gangtok, each and every part of Sikkim is rich with beauty and culture. Now this country, our country, is so diverse. I don't think there is any other country in the world which can claim even half of the richness, the cultural richness that Bharat has. Not even half. The cuisine, costume, the language, the art forms, and yet we find that there is one running common thread all through our spirituality, our shared spirituality, which makes us a family. It needs revitalized, re-energized. From time to time, people from one part of Bharat have cared for the other part of Bharat. It's not that they have only remained confined to the area where they belong. Friends, tomorrow is a very, very auspicious day. Tomorrow is the 300th birth anniversary of Devi Ahilyabai Holkar. You know, she was based in Indore. But right from Badri to Rameswaram, all these, our cultural and spiritual icons, Dwarka to Puri and all that in between, were destroyed and desecrated by the invaders. She rebuilt all up to Rameswaram. She could have remained confined to where she was. What was the need for her to worry about what happened in other parts of Bharat? But no, the the call of Ma Bharati, the soul of Bharat, that no, one part of my motherland, if it has suffered, it is my duty, if I can, to redo it. And that's what she did. And rulers all over, Rajas, Maharajas, they all welcomed. Not that anybody said, no, you can't come and build in my, you need permission and all that. No. She did, they're all over. This is Bharat. When Vijayanagar Empire, Krishnadeva, when he cleared this area of the invaders and he secured it and rebuilt all these, our cultural and spiritual icons, it was to re-strengthen or regain or revitalize that soul of Bharat. When the invaders came after the decline of Vijayanagar Empire, when the invaders came and occupied this very area, Marathas came. And they came and cleared this area, liberated this area, sat in Tanjore to secure that no invaders could ever come. That is how this area could be preserved. They all worried and thought about, and they did their best for the whole. In fact, the great person whose 300th anniversary falls tomorrow, Devi Ahilyabai Holkar, she did to all, except for the area which was Afghan controlled, to the whole, today's Pakistan and all this whole area, this was all Bharat. She rebuilt all, sitting in Indore. Imagine. Can you imagine today this happening? We have been so compartmental, we have made ourselves so much, put ourselves in the silos of language, silos of state, silos of whatnot. And some people even start talking about race and all. This is not acceptable. Bharat has to be celebrated in her full glory. And that glory is celebrating the diversity of it. I would not like, and I'm sure nobody would like, somebody from one part to another, coming and settling in other part, calling that person as a migrant. No. Yes, one must feel happy and thankful to the people, those who have welcomed us, because Atithi Devo Bhava is our essence, is our soul. Welcoming the visitor is the DNA of Sanatana Adhyatma, of Bharat. When Prime Minister Modi thought of this idea that we must celebrate, after all, it has been all through, for thousands and thousands of years, it has been a kutumbam, a family. It's only a few centuries that has created this ignorance about each other. We must overcome this ignorance. We must revive our connect. But the question came up is that we are so much politically divided that people, at the political level, it becomes difficult to have it all over the country. And so he decided that let Rajbhavan take the beginning. It is the beginning, but we would like this celebration to happen all over the country. For example, when we are here in Tamil Nadu, all over Tamil Nadu. After all, India is, or Bharat is known for her festivals. Every day is a festival. Why can't we have this festival for all these states? After all, we have 28 states. 28 days and some states on the one day. Imagine how beautiful it could be if we all celebrate it. We all celebrate the celebrations of others, the culture of others, the cuisine of others, and not others, our own family members living somewhere else. This spirit must spread, and I'm sure it will. It will we have made a beginning. And since it is there in the DNA, it could be a layer of dust of ignorance could have been on it, could be placed on it. But essentially, I'm sure it will be dusted off. And we all must live being proud of our own culture, being proud of the culture of our fellow family members who are inhabiting other parts of Bharat. I would urge everyone to keep that spirit, this bhava of Bharat, and celebrate the festival of Bharat, which could be the festival of different parts of Bharat. That is the whole spirit behind it. And it is for us to take it forward. I am sure our people, the enthusiasm, with the zeal, they are coming forward. And they have started celebrating each other. The days are not far when we will find this spirit of oneness all prevailing. And we have to do it because we have a great responsibility. You know, Bharat is a divine Rashtra. It was the fact that we are all one. This oneness of creation, that we are all part of a family, this light, this knowledge was revealed to the people of this land, Bharat. And this light has to be spread to the whole world. When the world is divided, all kinds of conflicts, serious conflicts, posing existential crisis, conflict with humans, conflict with nature, conflict within every individual. These are all creating so much of a problem, so much of a stress. The only answer is overcome it with a sense of oneness. And then the conflict drops. Bharat has adopted a worldview which is reflected as the core of its foreign policy, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The DNA of Bharat, we like to be the DNA of the world. That let everyone, every country, people living in any part of the world, look at each other as a family member. But for that to happen, we must first strengthen our own sense of familyhood. We have to dispel the smoke screen of division which has been created. We should be proud of proud of our state. Why not? But we should be proud of our civilization as well. The state does not isolate us from others. What is the guarantee that there will not be more states tomorrow? After all, there were 15 at the time when the British left. Today we are 28. The number could grow. It's a matter of administrative convenience for good governance to see that good governance reaches the people. There could be a smaller unit of governance, many more states. But that should not weaken our essential strength, that is the oneness, part of a family. It will happen. It is the responsibility of all of us to make it happen. And we have made the beginning. And as all we have seen in the recent years, that all the major movements, major schemes have not been implemented by or has not been driven by the government. It has been driven by the people. Each movement, whether it is a cleanliness, when we said that we will build toilets everywhere, we will have it open defecation free, it could not have been possible for government to do it. It is the mass people's participation, people's movement. Every success in this country that we see in the recent few years is primarily because government involved, they realize the power of the people. Government realize its own limitation. And so harness the strength of the people. Let it be a mass movement. We have seen it even in the COVID. How the people cooperated. How the call was given to the people that, look, this is how we must fight it. And everyone participated in this movement, in this battle against COVID. So even this revival of the sense of oneness, which is the Bhava Bharat, it has to be with the popular participation. It cannot be from Rajbhavan. It cannot. It is just the beginning. It has to go down, go and spread all over the land. I'm sure it will. Friends, I would like to wish my brothers and sisters of Goa and Sikkim once again their beautiful culture, beautiful cuisine, beautiful language. We all celebrate, and we would like them to know that we are all celebrating their festivals. We are all celebrating sitting in Chennai or Tamil Nadu. We are celebrating the people of Goa, the people of Sikkim. Friends, a day later, the first we will be celebrating Telangana Day. That's another day. Every day is a festival. And I'm sure many of you would be here. I thank you very much. I wish everyone the very best. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. Celebrations, the syntax of celebration is always incomplete without festivals and dances and cultural programs. We now request the Honorable Governor and the other dignitaries to witness the cultural programs of Goa and Sikkim. They are presented by the South Zone Cultural Center. And ladies and gentlemen, I wish to tell you that these artists are not here from Chennai. They have come all the way from Goa and from Sikkim.